need you to go ahead and just own up that you was wrong because you was trying to say that man had definitely stalked her and followed her and stuff. You was over here trying to tell us this is what we do in this new culture now. This is what it is and stuff. And you can go ahead and tell me your theory. Go ahead, tell me your theory, Easton.
Okay, to my defense, in 2023 is when Instagram and Meta stopped allowing you to follow, like track your unfollowers and followers on your phone in 2023. So when she was looking through that, in my purview, he definitely looked. She had enough information to know that that man had some Christmas photos and stuff like that. Like that's not just some easy things that you just pull out. I'm not saying that she should have jumped to the lens that she did of being like, oh, you stalking me, but for sure, her trying to use the follow and follow app, they haven't been using that in 2024, like when she was looking that up. So that wasn't gonna be a way of figuring it out. But I do apologize for being wrong. I am wrong. I'm glad that she's giving him a chance, but I do think that he did probably follow and unfollow. Like his answers to that wasn't very good at all.
What she was looking up then? What she was sitting there scrolling?
You like old people. You can't. It doesn't track any new stuff, any new information. You don't have it. Just between work and stuff like that, things that I know. You can track. You can't track any new followers and unfollowers. If you had the app prior to it, it'll show you who did unfollow and followed you, but it won't show you anybody since they made that new update.
So she just holding on to an app in her phone for over a year just to still keep using it and scrolling.
Maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, it's not over a year ago. It's while they were filming. They filmed at the beginning of this year. They filmed at the beginning of last year.
It's 2024.
So if he did it during, if he followed her a couple of months ago in 2023,
so conveniently it ended at the end of 2023.
She seemed like she was fake scrolling and stuff like that. So it is what it is. I'm not, again, I'm glad that they together, they seem happy. I know El Cid is going to get here and trash me, but I apologize. I was wrong to a degree.
Point of order. Point of order. He does not have his phone. She does. She can look up his IG name and see that photo. Okay? She could go and see his photo currently on IG and say if that was the photo she saw or not. So whether he followed her, unfollowed her or not, she got that Wi-Fi. She got into IG. Thank you, Netflix, for saying if you want that phone, bow, here it is. She could have looked him up right then and there. I'm sorry. I don't know how Daniel got over it. I'm happy for him. But I couldn't. I couldn't be that gracious.
I hate that a part of me kind of agrees with Easton. I hate it. And I probably should just shut up, and I should have kept it inside. But the part of me that has to say the truth just won't let me shut up. But I just feel like the way he was answering them questions, he was leaving just a little bit of a doubt. And I've done this too when I'm trying to like be honest but not be all honest. Because he was like, well, if you find it, I don't remember doing it. Well, I don't remember, it shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like when people start doing that, that means it's a possibility. He was not definitively saying it could never be me. I could never have followed you. Now, so I think there may be some room that he might have followed her. And I also think that she was not into him. It's like when you at the car lot buying a car, for those that have bought a car or whatever, and you see the car you don't really want, but somebody's trying to like push you to get it, and you're like, yeah, no, and you start finding all these little things with it, or you're trying to, matter of fact, bad example, or you're trying to get the car but you want to get a better price. So you start finding things that are wrong with it. She's starting to find, she kind of likes him, but she's trying to find little things wrong with him. So she started with that whole, oh, I think he followed me, because I think there's a little bit of part of her that just really don't like him. I think she's not into the short king.
Deacon Davis, do you remember the folks that you follow from months ago?
Yes.
I don't have time for all that foolishness.
Well, you don't.
And
maybe
probably
you don't. Again, don't
probably
don't
Daniel. Maybe Daniel doesn't. Maybe Daniel doesn't as well. He's probably sitting there sweating bullets thinking, just tell me you don't like me. I'm too short for you. He's probably used to this type of rejection. Just tell me to go away. Don't put me through all of this. That's what I was getting from him. But I do hear and see where you're from, Sean. And I'm going to try to pull you, from going too far into the eastern side, into the East Coast. But yeah, I don't, all of that, and her apology was weak. All of that firm and vigor, her apology for it was weak to me.
I'm glad that she was wrong. I'm glad, because this is a constant thing that, where we say like the nice guy doesn't he ends up kind of getting cast away. I'm glad that she was wrong, because they gave him enough room for her to feel bad, to really give him an honest look and honest try. That's the only thing that really saved him, is that she couldn't confirm. But I think he did follow her. I just don't think he followed her to the show. I don't think that he was doing anything nefarious in that way. I just think that the story makes sense. Like, why would she know about all the Christmas photo with enough detail? Not like those Christmas photos, like a little too much detail for it to be just a coincidence. Also with Daniel, I mean, it's up in the air with him. I just think that he's a good guy. I like how the relationship is going. I think that her being wrong gave him enough room to really grow and impress her with the kind of character and his intentionality. And this is the only group. These are the only people that I think are going to do well outside of the pods and maybe make it to the end so far.
Here's a fun fact that happens. You have that nice, wonderful pool of photos that come into your Instagram that, because of your algorithm on things you like, i.e. Christmas, things will pop up. It's easy for her to have seen his photos because she likes Christmas things and notice that, oh yeah, and recognize his face to say, oh, I think you followed me and unfollowed me before. Because I'm scared right now, because right now all of this still feels too good to be true, and that I've never actually had a good relationship that or bonded with anybody and connected with somebody so effortlessly that I'm scared right now, because she went in straight panic mode. So there is that where you exploring and you see a whole bunch of photos because you keep liking certain photos and stuff, and you come across people and then you accidentally like, I seen that person before, or I know that person from somewhere, I just don't know where I know them from or whatnot. So instead of just trying to put it all on Daniel, again, being that she has the great memory of everything that was there and he don't. And I don't know who, Sean, likes to be questioned about something that they're not sure they really did, whether or not they're going to give a good straight answer, like a definite no. Liars give definite no's too. A lot of times. So therefore, just because a person is stuttering through, I'm getting interrogated out of nowhere. Like, what are you talking about? I what? Like, you stuttering through does not necessarily mean that you're lying or withholding some actual information. A definite no is sometimes a lie too. Nah, I ain't never followed you. I ain't never did nothing like that. Yeah, but I conveniently bought you the same daggone Christmas stocking that I seen on your page, but nah, I ain't never seen it. So yeah, don't get confused about people that don't like to be questioned or whatever, just because you're interrogating me right now. I'm not used to being interrogated. I'm being honest with you and stuff, and I don't think I followed you. I don't think I did that. But if I did, okay, I did.
I hear you, Jay. I'm not locked in either way, by the way. I just feel like there's just a little bit of truth, because I guess it's the skeptic in me that we've just seen people show out on Love is Blind so many times, and then after the fact, something little comes out. We get down to the reunion, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what? I actually realized I did follow her like in 1999. I sure did." So I guess I'm just like leaving that little bit of room for it, but I'm not like, oh, it's 100% he did it. I just feel like there's just a little something in my gut that says, he might have followed her. I don't think like it's some big plot. Like, what's the girl Lydia from seasons ago that she followed the guy, and got on the show and da 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 da. Like that, I don't think it's that like, like there's some big plot. I do think there's a chance he might have a chance, but I'm willing to be wrong about it.
I mean, it's a complicated situation, right, with social media because, in general, something happened to me today, which is really interesting, right? And permit me, I apologize to the person as well because I was wrong, right? So I actually moved to somebody a couple of months ago, and then communication stopped because of me. I just wasn't in this place to be able to have communications like that. I saw the person today. I said, that girl is fire. Who is that? Went to move to her a second time, and I was like, oh my God, I've already moved to that girl already. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I didn't even realize that I had moved to the person already. Move to the person means chat the person up. I didn't even realize. And if that's in person, I can imagine how even on social media, something can happen where, let's say, for instance, on your follow page, on your, the whatever page, the explore page, whatever, right? Sometimes, like, if you love the same things, that person can come up a few times on your explore page. Not only will they come up on your explore page, they actually come up on your feed. So even if you don't follow them, they can come up on your feed like you're following them. So it can be easy to see someone in your actual feed that you're going through, right? And think that you're actually following them. Because sometimes I'm going, who is this person? Why is their thing coming? And I realize I'm not even following them, but they've presented it like I'm following them. It's not, I'm not following them. It's just that they're on your feed. So if you see them enough times, what can happen is that you can almost assume that, okay, I'm following this person, what's going on? And it could be that, you remember details about them. Because the details were kind of almost specific, even though she was wrong. I think it was kind of specific. I kind of see what she was kind of going with it. So it honestly could be a mistake, which is why I thought to herself, she should have taken her time with the situation first before spiraling. Done an investigation first in secret if she wanted to do that before spiraling. But she went straight to the accusation before actually anything, which is why we're now we're looking at going, did she actually really fancy him? Because had this been a guy who was 6 foot, I don't say 6 foot, let me say a guy that she thought was aesthetically pleasing for her, the way she wanted it to be, her perfect type, would she have been questioning it this way? She might have just said, oh, I think I follow you, or you follow me. It would have been a light thing, would have moved past it probably, more than likely. You know what I'm saying to you? So I think that there's they can cause on both sides. It could be also that he follows her. I follow some people. In fact, a girl, actually, someone watched the live that we did the other day and said to me, I unfollowed them in the chat. And I said, I didn't even know if I unfollowed you. I didn't even realize. And then she messaged me saying, no, you haven't unfollowed me, my bad. So look, you see what I'm saying to you? It can happen so easy that you think someone's following you or unfollowing you in this social media age because you are presented with so much information that tends to happen to you that you're consuming so much you don't realize. You know what I'm saying to you? It's almost like you see someone outside and you're like, oh my God, like, I'm sure I know that person. And you're not sure where you can plant that person. More than likely, you've probably seen that person on social media and you've seen them somewhere, but you can't pick where they are from. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Someone said that he brought up the social media handles. He did in that episode in the pod, but did he get her social media correctly? Did he guess it right or anything like that? I don't know. Blackbird, you know what time it is.